guys, welcome to Packing 101, how to get you packed to travel to Uganda with Villages of Hope Africa. Hopefully this will help some of you who may be sitting at home thinking, I do not remember what they said in the meeting, or I missed the meeting altogether. I know there's a few of y'all. So go ahead and get that packing list printed off, or if you prefer to do it electronically, that's fine also. I like to have the packing list printed so I can make my checks as I go, but whatever works for you is good. All right, let's get started. All right, so we have our packing list in hand, and we're just gonna work our way down and through that list. A few things before I start from the top is, one, we have put more than enough on that list. So here is my girls' clothing for a trip. And if you're a light packer, you can actually reduce in some of these areas. One of the reasons that this is enough is you will re-wear some of these clothes. You'll have the opportunity to have your clothes washed, or if you want to hand wash them yourself, you can, but you can wash clothes and then mix and match tops and bottoms. And then third, if you are thinking of packing anything, that you are going to be disappointed if it comes home not as clean as you brought it here, then do not pack it. We live in orange dirt and things can get dirty. So you will notice on me, I do not have any expensive jewelry on. So there's no reason, no need to bring expensive jewelry with you. Leave that stuff at home. Next is, in everything that we pack with clothing, you want to have light and breathable clothing. That's why we don't have jeans on the list. That gets pretty hot out in villages and it can get hard to move. So you want light, comfortable clothing in everything that you pack. First thing on the list is 4 comfortable shirts. So I don't need to go over that too much, but you'll notice these can all mix and match with the bottoms that you'll see here in just a little bit. The next thing is a long sleeve shirt, a long, comfortable long sleeve shirt. So this lightweight fabric is really great. I think it's like a fishing shirt, it's considered. So if you happen to burn on the first day, on the second day, this is something that isn't too hot, but it can cover your skin and keep you safe from the sun. At the same time, whenever we go camping in the evening, it will be pretty cool. So this will help. Now, since it will be cool, you may think, that might not be enough, and you're right, but we'll get to that in just a little bit. Next thing on the list is pajamas. So I just have a t-shirt, and then you'll notice like my Nike type of athletic shorts. You can wear these around the house, no problem. You're with our team. Now make sure whatever you're wearing for pajamas is appropriate for the American culture also. I do not want to see bottoms and stomachs and whatever it may be, so bring appropriate clothing. Next you will notice is socks. You probably don't need more than 2 or 3 pairs, dependent on how you're going to wear them. I don't wear socks out in the village at all because I don't wear tennis shoes, but I do wear socks when we camp one night. I always wear socks, my feet get cold. And then second, I wear socks traveling to and from on the plane because again, my feet get cold. Now if you're planning to wear socks every day out in the village, you may want to pack 1 or 2 more pairs, and then you can wash them at home at night or have them washed for you. Next thing on the list, which I'm not really going to show too much of, is undergarments. So make sure you pack those undergarments. Again, those are things that you can easily wash at night and they will dry and you'll be able to re-wear them. So you only need 3 pairs of undergarments. All right, travel clothes. So what I have on right now is honestly like something I would travel in. It's kind of similar to things that I may wear around here. You want to be comfortable, you want to be able to sleep, you want to be able to move, but also sometimes planes can get a little bit cold. So I always either bring a hoodie or like here's a long sleeve shirt that I may bring to be able to put over. Now that same hoodie or long sleeve shirt, those warm clothes that you have for on the plane can be the same warm clothes that you use when we go camping. So I will also be bringing this camping with me to stay warm because I do get a little bit cold that evening. All right, and then I skipped over, I was so excited about travel clothes, so now I'm gonna go back to shoes. So shoes, on the list you see that it says athletic shoes, Chacos or Tivas, Keens, a sandal if you want to bring them, but a sandal that you need to make sure has a thick sole. So that means that like a little flimsy flip-flop, you are not allowed to wear this out in the village, out in the communities, but you can bring a pair of flip-flops. Some people like to have them to shower in. So if you like to have shoes on to shower, you can bring that thin pair of flip-flops. Really, all I bring with me is Keens. So I don't bring the tennis shoes, I don't wear them. I just have these, and I clean them up sometimes when they get really dirty. I clean them up at night. All right, now let's go into girls' clothing. So on to the ladies. Men, you do not need to pack skirts, so that's why this is specific for the girls. Ladies, pack 2 skirts. These should be at least mid-calf or longer. This is a long skirt, it's a simple skirt. It can mix and match with my different tops, and it has no slits. So you want to make sure it's not see-through. We don't want everyone to be able to see right through your skirt, and we also don't want any slits in your skirt or short skirts. We want to be very culturally respectful here. So here's one skirt. Now if instead of a second skirt you like wearing dresses, you want to bring a dress maybe to wear for church, then you can pack a nice simple dress that instead of a skirt you can substitute that. All right, and then on to pants. Pants, you just want to bring light, comfortable pants. They can be mid-calf or longer. So I have 3 pairs that all mix and match well with my tops. Now I prefer wearing pants, so I'm gonna pack 3 pairs of long pants and 2 skirts. If you're someone who really likes to wear skirts, then go ahead and pack 3 skirts and 2 pairs of pants. But you definitely want at least 2 skirts and 2 pairs of pants. Where you put that extra bottom, you can choose. Or if you're a light packer, you can just reduce it altogether. All right, moving on. Then we have shorts. Shorts will not be worn out in the community, and aside from inside of our house, your pajamas, if you want it to be shorts, shorts will not be worn in Gulu Town at all. Shorts are if you want to wear a pair at the safari park, you can pack those and bring those. Again, I'll bring the shorts and I'll wear one of my other tops with them. And then finally, again for the safari park, is a swimsuit. So a 1-piece swimsuit. If it's 2-piece, we can just put a shirt over it and swim with it. Really, we just want to make sure you're appropriate as we swim and respectful to our culture as well as the Ugandan culture, although we will be at a safari park, so we don't want stuff flying out, falling out. I don't want to be seeing any of your business, so make sure it can be covered well in your swimsuit. All right, well done, ladies. Now moving on to the men. All right, guys, so your stuff isn't too much different. Most of that list is the same, but I just want you to be able to see a few options of what things look like. So a great type of pants for guys, it's like this lightweight cargo pant. Great option. Again, jeans just get hot here. So really anything that you feel like is lightweight and comfortable is a good thing for you to bring. If you like to wear shorts, and that's usually our younger guys, they need to be knee length or below. So they need to go to your kneecap or below it, not above it. If you only have those shorty shorts that are so cool right now, then just pack pants. You don't have to wear shorts, but I guess you do have that option if you have them. However, you do need to have at least 1 pair of pants with you because we will go to several different places that shorts are not an option. So you have to have at least 1 pair of pants. Your swimsuit, just a regular old swimsuit. I guess I don't want to see stuff hanging out, falling out, showing with y'all either, so be appropriate. And then shirts, I just want to show you a couple options of good shirts right here. Just the lightweight type of shirt, but really anything that works for you and is good for you, nice and lightweight. And then guys, for shoes, it's the same as girls. You can have the sandals. Here's an example of Tivas. So it's a thick sole. So you can have the sandals or the tennis shoes, whatever you choose. All right, and that's clothing. Your personal first aid kit. So you will need to have, one of the most important things is your malaria prevention medication. So whether you are taking Malarone or doxycycline, some of you will be taking it just once a week, others will be taking it daily, dependent on the type of medication you're on. So make sure you pack enough for the entire trip, and then maybe even a couple extra in case one drops off somewhere or whatever may happen. Just cover yourself and have enough with you. The next thing, some things that some people like to bring and have with them just in case. Again, we are on dusty roads out here, so having some eye drops with you to be able to rinse and clear your eyes. Allergy medication is important. Allergies here are different than allergies in the US. So some people have no allergies in the US, and when they come here, they learn what allergies are. Same time, people with allergies in the US sometimes come here and are allergy free. Next thing is sleep aid. Sleep aid is a big one with the time change, so just get a natural sleep aid with the time change, and then also sometimes the noises that are happening at night, just to have a little bit of help. Some people really appreciate that. Ibuprofen, Gas X, stool softener, all of this is, we're changing environments, we're changing time zones, so ibuprofen for headaches, for aches, for pains. We walk in, we'll be moving, and then you'll be eating a different diet. So, and in that diet, we will also be eating a lot of beans. So sometimes you, as well as the entire team, appreciates you bringing some Gas X. Stool softener is with the change in food and just environment and everything. Sometimes people get a little bit clogged up, and we want you moving freely. Personal medication. If you have any personal medication you need to bring, please pack it. And then Dramamine. If you are someone who gets car sick, motion sickness, make sure you have Dramamine with you, or whatever you use to help you with that motion sickness, because we will be riding every day in the bus on bumpy, windy roads. So we will put you in the place that is best for you, so hopefully you don't get car sick, but please bring that preventative with you as well. Snacks, a topic that many love to talk about and love to have all their little goodies with them. So let me first say that snacks are optional. It's not required. We will be feeding you. You will have food provided, and so it's not necessary for you to bring snacks. And please do not bring a suitcase full of them. A thing that is very popular is if you like to bring something in the morning to mix with hot water. So there'll be hot water every morning. Some people bring oatmeal or grits. I love having oatmeal. So oatmeal is a great option, but you will have breakfast provided. There'll be bread, there'll be eggs, there'll be some different things for breakfast. Another easy snack for during the day is just like a Cliff Bar, a Luna Bar, just these little bars. Now be careful because things will melt here. So you don't want to bring a whole bunch of things that are just going to melt. Avoid any chocolate, avoid any of those types of things. I will also warn you that if you bring candy, please bring enough to share with me, because I will sit there and be watching you eat your candy. So bring enough to share. I'm kidding, kind of. Also, last thing is we will be asking and requiring for you to drink a lot of water. If you have a hard time drinking water, you're not a big water drinker, you will become one on this trip. But if you need to bring these little flavor packets with you and that will help you drink more, please do that as well, because we need you drinking quite a bit of water. All right, on to toiletries. So if you are a contact wearer, make sure you bring more than enough solution, an extra pair of contacts possibly, and then also you definitely need to have glasses with you. Just with all the dust and possible allergies that people don't expect whenever they get here, make sure you pack your glasses as well. All right, then next thing is makeup. Guys, I'm gonna ask that you leave your makeup at home. Girls, if you choose to bring some, please just bring minimal. We're not going to prom or anything, so we're not here for the photo shoots. But if you're comfortable and you feel best wearing a little bit of makeup, that's fine. You know best how to keep that minimal for you. So just, you can pack your makeup. Toothbrush and toothpaste. So make sure you have toothbrush with you and toothpaste. So here are travel sizes. You may end up needing a little bit more than this, and that's okay. You know how you use toothpaste, but you don't need to bring the big old tube of toothpaste. Then if you want to have a razor with you, guys, girls, not necessary for everyone. It's okay if your legs get a little bit hairy, but if you want to pack that razor. Then shampoo, conditioner, body wash. Notice I have travel sizes. Again, with my hair, I need more conditioner than this, so I would actually pack 2 of these. You don't need to pack anything where you're smelling fruity fresh, because the bugs also enjoy that fruity freshness. So keep the really strong scented stuff at home and go ahead and pack otherwise. Now, you may be packing, coordinating with friends or family members that are coming, so you may choose not to pack a whole bunch of travel size and just pack a normal size bottle. That's okay. We do not need everyone bringing like the Sam's Costco size shampoos and conditioners. That's a little bit overkill on the hair products. All right, deodorant, you need it, you want it, don't forget it. And then hairbrush, hair ties. Then guys, go ahead and just seriously give me the, real quick, I'll wave at you when you're good to listen again. Ladies, let's talk. Make sure you pack those feminine products, even if you think there's no way that that will be happening when you are here. Pack enough. With all the travel and changes in environment and everything, it's very common that that time of the month does get off. So pack enough. All right, guys, you can listen again. That is toiletries, so you can get those all nice and packed up in your little bag to get in your suitcase. All right, let's keep you protected from the elements. First thing is sunscreen. Even if you are one of those Texas people that are like, I never wear sunscreen, pack your sunscreen. We are right on the equator here, and you will burn differently than you burn in the US. So if you burn easily, I'm not sure that this will be enough for you. You may need a 2-bottle pack with you, and you can bring either type, whatever type of sunscreen you prefer, bring it. You want bug spray, so if you bring stuff with DEET in it, just test before you come and make sure that you're not going to have a strong reaction to DEET. Some people are a little bit allergic or have trouble wearing bug spray with DEET in it. But make sure you pack that bug spray. We want to prevent any mosquito bites and just any pesky bugs from annoying you. Chapstick. I live with chapstick. Everywhere I go, I think I probably have about 50 chapsticks. If you are or are not a chapstick user, please bring it and have some sunscreen, some SPF in it, just to help protect your lips and keep them unchapped and uncracking. It's a different environment here, and so sometimes those lips will crack open, and we just want to prevent that for you. All right, we have bandana, hat, visor, whatever that may be for you. Hat, obvious, you know, wear that on top. Bandana sometimes helps if you start to get burned on that neck. It will protect you the next day. So pack those little things with you. And then sunglasses, you can bring sunglasses with you, help protect those eyes. And then a rain poncho. So you will be here, if you're coming during the summertime, you will be here during the rainy season. I don't often wear a rain poncho. I just get wet or get under a dry place if possible, but sometimes you really do need this with you. So if at home you have a nice lightweight jacket that can really pack up quite small, go ahead and bring that. If you don't have that with you, don't go buy a new rain jacket. Don't bring a monster jacket that you have from at home. Just go to HEB or Walgreens or Eckerd's or whatever little store, and they typically have these little plastic rain jackets, kind of like a trash bag, that you can just put over, and they're like $1. Again, a lot of times people don't wear these, so there is no need to go and spend a lot of money on a rain jacket. Just bring this little pocket with you. Tech gear. So some of you may want to bring a nicer camera or a camera with you. You are more than welcome to do that. Make sure you bring things to protect it and keep it safe though, because it is dusty here. So we don't want to ruin or damage any of that stuff. So just bring the proper things to keep it safe. Next is your phone. Many people will just bring this as their tech gear, and this is how they can connect to Wi-Fi. to communicate back to family in the moments that there is Wi-Fi, which is not all the time. And they'll also use this as their camera. So if this is what you just want to bring, perfect. Make sure you have your chargers for your equipment, and then to be able to charge here in Uganda, you need 240 voltage. So you can buy that lots of places, Marshalls, Walgreens, Target, Walmart. Go pick one of those up though, so you're able to keep everything powered up and charged. The next thing is, both for your technical gear and a lot of your liquid things, you're gonna want everything in baggies. So make sure you pack a lot of baggies. Once we go out into communities, you'll want that in case it rains to keep everything dry and safe. So make sure you have Ziploc bags with you. All right, some additional items to pack. Everybody needs to have a jar of peanut butter with them. And so creamy is preferred by most, so we ask that people bring a creamy jar of peanut butter. You will have this for lunch every day, but everyone will not bring their own jar. That's why don't just bring your favorite, bring what is best for the whole team. These will all come together, and every day we'll take one or two out to be able to make lunches. Next thing is you need to have a copy of your passport. You should also have your passport with you, but packed in a separate location than your actual passport holder is your copy of your passport. In case you misplace that passport, we at least have something else to go on. Next is your Bible. If you have a Bible a little bit smaller like this, or like this, that's great. It's easy packing, it's easy to bring out into the community. Your big study Bible, this is a little bit more difficult, a little bit heavier to carry around. So hopefully everybody has a smaller Bible, or maybe you can borrow a smaller Bible from somebody that you know that has one. Next, you will need pens and a notebook. So you'll need at least 2 pens. It is so common that we hear people saying during devotional time, does anybody have a pen I can borrow? Does anybody have a pen? So make sure you pack at least 2 pens with you so that our team does not run short on pens. Also a little notebook. Some people like to be able to journal or take notes on what happened that day, so it just doesn't have to be this big, but having some extra paper to be able to write on. You will also need a watch. So you will be responsible for being on time. Sometimes you'll go out with a small team and be told to be back at a certain time. You need to be back at that time, so you need to have a way to know what time it is. Some people prefer to use their phone, and that's also just fine, but make sure you have something that you can be responsible for being on time. Flashlights. So hopefully we will have power every single night we are in town, but that is not always the case. So it's nice to have a flashlight with you. Also, when we go camping, you will need a flashlight. Camping, sometimes the headlight is convenient, especially when it comes time to go potty in the middle of the night. A headlight is just extra special. But if you don't have that headlight and you have another flashlight at home, that's also great. Bring that one. Wet wipes. You will need wet wipes, and you will need a bigger pack than this. I don't have availability to get that here, so go ahead and bring a good sized pack of wet wipes. You will use those constantly to get cleaned up when we're out in the village. You don't have access to running water at the time. You'll also need some tissues. So pack tissues. This is for going potty out in the bush during the day. And so 2 packs probably is not enough for you. Make sure you have 5 or 6 packs. Enough for a full trip of going potty. All right, next is hand sanitizer. You want to have more than this because, again, just like wet wipes, just like tissues, you will use this multiple times every day. So this will be one of your best friends on the trip, using some hand sanitizer all the time. A nail brush. Some people choose not to bring the nail brush, and that's totally fine. A nail brush is because our feet and under our nails do get really dirty, especially if we're doing work where we're stomping in mud. And so people like to be able to clean up underneath their nails, and even sometimes their Tivas or Chacos or whatever it is that they're wearing. A hand towel for camping. When we camp, you'll have the opportunity to shower, but we will not have towels from the guest house. And so Camping, we need to pack light though, so when we say a hand towel, like a washcloth or something very light and small. You do not need to be bringing a whole big giant towel for camping. So make sure you have something small, even if it's just a rag you have at home. If it can dry you off, it's good enough. Cash for souvenirs. Cash for souvenirs, people typically bring between $100 and $200. You do not need any money for on the trip. So your food, your lodging, your transport, all of that you have already paid for. But if you want souvenirs, if you want extra snacks while we're here, if we stop at a coffee shop, if you want any extras, you're gonna want money for that. So people typically bring between $100 and $200 for that. That's also just dependent on if with the souvenirs, if you're gonna be buying gifts for people who maybe help support your trip, then you may wanna bring that $200. That can come in $100 bills or $50 bills. They need to be from 2009 or sooner. No tears, no rips, no folds. They need to be like brand new bills. So go to the bank, ask them for brand new bills. If you tell them you're traveling overseas, they typically understand that right away and are looking for that brand new money for you. All right, and then you will also need your passport. So I keep all my cash, my passport in this little holder. So make sure you have your passport, and with your passport, you should have your yellow fever card. You've had that. They will check that most likely when you get here. So you want those to be hand in hand together. If you have a passport holder, that's great. Put it in there with your cash. This should stay with you at all times. This should be in your backpack that you're carrying with you. Earplugs. This is an important additional item on your packing list, although sometimes Uganda can be quiet and peaceful and calm. Other times it can get loud. The rain and the weather, the animals, team members that may stay up later than you would like to be up, or when we're out camping, the music and movies will be playing late into the night, and you will want these earplugs to quiet all the noise so you can hopefully get a peaceful night's sleep. The squishy type are really great because you can wrap them up and then you're able to stick them right in your ear and it really blocks out sound. But don't forget earplugs. Bring an extra pair or two possibly for a buddy that forgot them, or if you lose one. You will not want to forget these. Optional is if when we're out in the village you want to have some balloons or hard candy, or even if you want to bring some deflated soccer balls for out in the village that we can play with kids, more than welcome to bring that. We will help you when you get here to understand the times that is good to give out. But balloons, hard candy, deflated soccer balls, little things are all great. Bubbles, great option. Do not bring any chocolate with you. That is not a good option. It will be a melty mess. And then one last thing, if your team is doing s'mores, they have communicated with me and we will make sure that we have the correct items, but you need to either bring your s'more item or the extra hand wipes, and you will be given that by your team leaders or by an email through me. So make sure you have that packed on your list. You can add that so you can check it off nice and big. And that is the packing list. Now let's talk about how to get it into the suitcase. Okay, this right here is the maximum amount of luggage that you can bring with you. So this is more than enough, and actually I can pack everything in this one suitcase. So this is extra space, more than enough. This will be used as my checked luggage. I will carry this on, and then I will carry on my backpack as well. No one needs to be bringing suitcases this size or larger, unless maybe you're coming with a family member, and so y'all are going to, instead of bringing this, you're gonna share a large suitcase, and that's fine. All right, so in my backpack, I'm gonna have my passport, my money. I'm also gonna put my copy of my passport in here, because it is going to stay with me. But if for some reason I were to misplace my backpack in the airport, hopefully I still have this with me with my copy of my passport inside of it. In my backpack, I also have a couple pens. I put my journal in there because sometimes I like to journal, pray right before the trip, throughout the trip, after the trip. So if you want to put your journal in there, you can. I have my Bible in there as well. And then this is my little neck pillow for sleeping on the plane. If you like to bring a book, you can bring a book. Do not bring 10 books on this trip with you. There will be movies to watch on the flight. We're not looking to just load all this extra stuff. I also put my phone, my electronics, my expensive things in here so that they are with me at all times. In this suitcase, this is going to be my carry-on, and so I'm going to pack, it won't be full, but I'm going to pack 1 day of clothing as well as 1 night of toiletries. So when we get into Entebbe, I'm going to not have access to this suitcase yet. I'm just going to use this suitcase that night, and so I want to have access to shampoo, toothpaste, toothbrush, face wash, what I'm going to sleep in one night, and then what I will wear the next day to head off and head to Gulu. In this suitcase, I'll have everything else. So you'll get this at the airport, but you will arrive late at night and you will leave early the next morning. So we're only going to unload easy stuff and leave everything else packed up on the bus, ready to head to Gulu. So you want to pack things for 1 night in this suitcase, pack everything else in here. Remember, everything that you're going to carry onto the plane, liquid-wise, needs to be minimal. So it needs to be 3 ounces or less, and then it needs to also, any liquids need to be inside that Ziploc bag. And that's for airport security purposes. They're going to check those items. Please do not, reminder, do not bring your peanut butter in here. Do not bring your sunscreens and your bug sprays. All of that will be taken away. Make sure that stuff is in here. Inside of Ziploc baggies, all of your liquid inside of Ziploc baggies, no matter which bag they're in, because they have the possibility of bursting with the airbrusher change. So it just helps protect all your other items. And then that is packing 101. I hope that helps. If y'all have any questions, please feel free to reach out to your team leader first or me if you need to. And we look forward to seeing you soon. Afoyo!